सबको नमस्कार। आप लोग स्टार्ट करिए।
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And good evening to all the seniors. I welcome our director personnel, sir, and all the participants and my dear colleagues. I, Rajesh Kumar, AGM HR L&D, welcomes you for the 24th edition of Antardeshti, which is our monthly knowledge sharing series. And it is designed to bring senior leaders of SAIL with the thought leaders, innovators, and practitioners from the industry. Now, the number 24 is a very special relevance with the today's topic and also with the Antardishti series. I'll not make not guesses, but I was just going through, sir. And the Gayatri Mantra is considered as a very powerful prayer that fosters intellectual clarity, spiritual insight, and also very deeper connection to the wisdom by invoking the divine. And our topic of Antardishti, the series name is also very divine in that respect. And also in terms of the number, the Gayatri Mantra has also 24 syllables, which is divided into the three lines of eight syllables each. And it gives that each and every addition, each and every syllable is important. And for us also, each and every series of Antardishti, every episode is very important. Continuing with the same journey, we focus today on the subject of not only organizational importance, but I must say it's a national importance subject. And it is, you all guessed right, it's Mission Karmayogi. And also we'll discuss what is the implication for the CPSEs. Now, in today's fast changing world, where organizations, whether it is government, CPSEs, or even the private enterprise, we need to constantly evolve our capabilities. Mission Karmayogi represents a forward-looking initiative by Government of India to build future-ready leaders and institutions through their competency-based training and also digital learning and seeking the cultural transformation. It gives me great pleasure to welcome our distinguished speaker, Srimati V. Lalithalakshmi ma'am, CEO of Karmayogi Bharat and Secretary Capability Commission, who has been forefront of this transformative mission. Ma'am, very good evening, ma'am.
Evening, sir.
To set the tone for today's discussion, may I invite our director person, Sri Krishna Kumar Singh, sir, to deliver the opening address. Sir, please.
Okay, thank you, Rajesh. And I must thank Capacity Building Commission and Secretary Ma'am herself coming forward to deliver this Antardrishti for sale. So it's a very good collaboration, and I'm also connected with Scope. So there also we have collaborated and we have come out with a very good program, Daksh. So this is possible only through collaboration. So I think that most of the HR people are connected with this.
Yes,
And there is a mission which has been undertaken by SAIL, where all our people have to be onboarded to this platform, and everybody has to also do 6 modules under this program. All this will be possible only by our own people who are there in HR L&D. Nobody else will bother about it. Nobody else will be monitoring it. It has to be done by you only. Now, why this? It has to be connected to a big mission. You must be hearing, everybody knows that India has decided to be by 2047, we have to be a Viksit Bharat. And in that, everybody's contribution is required. But the people who are there working for sale, how are you going to connect everybody to that? How they can contribute? Not that everybody has to go to some border and fight for it and do something. Everybody has to do something being at their own place, but that is to be told. And how it is to be told? That bring quality to your work, bring safety in your work, bring timeliness in your work, bring efficiency in work. Everybody sitting at all their places, unless they do their bit, how are you be going to become a developed country? So that thing is to be instilled by our people, our HR people, and you can only do it through all the modules. and through that we have to onboard everybody, then it will be possible. People are there, people want to contribute, everybody wants to be part of a big exercise, this mission which India is doing. And Rajesh has also told 24 and significance of 24 and Gayatri Mantra. So in this Mission Karmayogi, we are doing it in an Indian way, and even all our management lessons, everything is now indigenized. It has been developed by us. See, because this platform is there, before that we are already doing Howard Managementer. Then we have also onboarded our 3,000 people, I think, on LinkedIn Learning. Means we want that people should be going towards self-initiated learning. Earlier it was, if I have joined the company, then company has to train me and then only I will be able to do something. Now we are providing opportunity to each and everybody that you can get trained yourself. But nobody starts working. Nobody will automatically come to it. It is our job to connect them to that superordinate goal, that you can also be part of Viksit Bharat mission to make this economy by 35 itself 10 trillion economy. If it has to be made, everybody's contribution is required. And India as a country, in fact, enormous country. It's so many people. It's very difficult to have. In fact, everywhere we cannot have regulations. So we have allowed everybody to work. And even if they don't have certification, they are not going through any license, but work is going on. But now there is a need to bring quality in the work, and that will come only when you have a standardized module through which people are going. Then only we can certify them and tell them that yes, you are certified. Otherwise, because we could not have done it, such a vast country, we had to educate everybody. So it's a assembly line only. So we could not have done it. But now is the time, once we have decided that we have to be a developed country, everywhere there has to be a method, there has to be SOP, there has to be way of working. And these are the people who are there with us, 52,000 people. They have to bring quality to their work, faster decision making, doing more productive work, half an hour more contributing towards the nation. Those things have to be brought. So that is possible only when our HR people are going to connect these people to this superordinate goal of the country by doing this, taking these exercises, taking these lessons, and improving their working style. I've gone through many of the programs which is being launched through Mission Karmayogi, and I was impressed that one of the thing which was being taught is how to prepare a cabinet note. Here also we keep struggling how to prepare a board note. It takes lot of time, lot of refinement, and many people's several hours to refine a board note. We are not teaching people. So if you have a standard module how to prepare a board note, not everybody has to reinvent the wheel. So it's a very good exercise being done by our government, that we are standardizing the things. People can go online and they can learn about their work. Otherwise, they have to learn it through their bosses only. So it's a very good exercise. Let's take full advantage of it. And in fact, SAIL has been connected with this, and we have also contributed certain modules, but let us make best use of it. So that will be my this thing. Let us take it in the mission mode. Let us onboard most of the people, rather 100% of the people, and tell them to do those 6 modules which is envisaged by this mission which we are taking. And we have also launched Wow. We are giving even non-executives one off day if they take some module.
Wow.
So that is also to be told, that if you take a module and you get a certificate, you get a one day off in 3 months. So in a year, 4 days off can be availed by lowest rung of worker. And as you go up, it's once in 2 months, once in a month, and it goes up to once in a week. So for that only we have launched that exercise. But our L&D people have to work in a mission mode, then only it will be possible. So I'm so happy that this exercise is being taken and Antardishti is being attended by so many people. Let's take it as a mission and make it successful. Once again, I will, in fact, thank Madam that you have taken this initiative and come as a faculty for the Antardishti. Thank you so much. That's what I
Thank you,
wanted
sir.
to convey.
Thank you, sir. And we assure you that we'll work in a mission mode, because this mission is also holds very special relevance, because it is, as you rightly said, it aligns our organization capacity with also the national priorities.
Yeah.
This mission also emphasize on the efficiency, transparency, and also accountability. And this mission ultimately creates a culture of continuous learning and excellence in our organization. To discuss this forward, and who better to guide us on this today, and today's distinguished leader who has been very forefront of this mission. And it is really my honor to introduce Srimati V. Lalithalakshmi ma'am, Secretary Capability Building Commission and CEO Karmayogi Bharat. Ma'am is a career civil servant with 19 years of experience of governance and policy formulation. She is an IAS of 2008 batch from West Bengal cadre. She has done his Masters of Commerce, Masters in Arts, and Masters in Taxation and Business Laws. She has joined to government services as an IRS officer in 2005 and worked as Assistant Commissioner Income Tax in Mysore. Later in 2008, she joined IAS. And she has worked in various field assignments in various states and has worked in sectors like land reforms, land acquisitions, industries, food and supplies. In 2022, she moved to the Central Department as Director, National Institute of Fashion Technology, Calcutta. She also served as Director in Prime Minister Office, wherein she was handling technology and the governance sector. Presently, ma'am is posted at Secretary Capability Commission, and she is also the CEO of Karmayogi Bharat, which comes under the Department of Personnel and Training, which is tasked with building and operating the integrated government's online training iGot Karmayogi platform, which provides enabling environment for public sectors to enhance their competencies. Ma'am, we are truly privileged to have with you over here today. And without further much ado, ma'am, I request you to please address us.
Thank you so much, Rajeshji, and thank you, sir, for the summarizing most of what I'm going to say. KK Singh sir has already touched upon all the important points. Earlier during the day, I had a discussion with Mr. Dhar, who had requested that we organize a session in such a way that the overall objectives of the mission is made known to the senior HR leadership of SAIL. So accordingly, I've structured my presentation as follows. Initially, I'll talk about what the mission is, what are the goals of the mission and objectives of the mission. I'll talk about the institutional framework, which includes both the capacity building commission as well as Karmayogi Bharat. We'll look at the major activities of each of these organizations. We'll also take you through a glimpse of where SAIL is. You can go to the first slide only. Yeah. Yes. वहीं पर रहेगी. So later, towards the later part, we'll also take you through a glimpse of SAIL, how SAIL has engaged with the iGot platform, and also we'll have a roadmap on how we could leverage this platform and work together in future. So with your permission, sir, we'll start the presentation.
Please.
Next, yeah. So if, what kind of necessitated a mission mode approach to HR issues in Government of India with focus on learning and development. If I have to really summarize that, this is one single slide and one pyramid, which would kind of say what necessitated a mission mode approach. If you look at it across the government, you have more than 89% of the workforce is constituted by Group C. In the state governments, we also have what is called as a class 4 set of officials who are at the bottom of the pyramid, but who constitute the major chunk of government. This kind of pyramid, aage piche, would be the same for even the PSUs or most of the other organizations, state governments, attached departments, organizations, etc. So what we find is the Group A officers or Group B officials who join government, they have a structured training program. They are inducted into service. For example, the IS, we undergo a foundation course in LBSNA, the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. Then we have mid-career training programs. We get a study leave to pursue higher education or education for self-interest, growth, etc. But you look at it, that major chunk of government is lying scattered across central government, state government, urban local bodies, panchayati raj institutions, PSUs, etc., who are at the bottom of the pyramid, who just join the surveys and are starting to work from day one. They don't really get inducted. They don't have a formal training, orientation, etc., etc. They literally learn on the job. So we look at something. We look at bringing training for all through the mission. If you look at एक second, हाँ नहीं मेरे को ही दे दीजिए. I can say. Thank you. So there are, across the country, we've got more than 800 training institutes, which are civil services training institutes. These could be cadre-based institutes. These could be departmental institutes, institutes attached to PSUs, etc. They are all functioning in multiple silos, reinventing the wheel, doing programs which could be leveraged from each other, there could be learnings which could be shared with each other, but they are all functioning in silos. We've got numerous ministries and departments which perform certain similar functions, certain unique functions. So what the mission intends is, it intends to bring together all the training ecosystem under one roof. Wherever we can collaborate, share, learn from each other, we do that. Wherever there are no training opportunities, we try to create structured training programs for all. That kind of necessitated Mission Karmayogi, if I have to kind of sum it up. Then the mission came into being. Now, these are the broad principles of the mission. I'm not going to read out each of the 8 points that you can see on your slide. I'll draw your attention to point number 1. That is the most crucial point of the mission. The mission wants that we realign ourselves as government servants, as organizations, ministries, departments. We realign ourselves from a rule-based system wherein we are just wedded to the rules and rules have become an end in itself, to a role-based system. Every employee understands his or her role in the organization of which he or she is a part. From there, we go to point number 7. We identify the competencies that are necessary to discharge these roles. Every role is unique. It needs a set of certain competencies. It requires certain skills, behavioral skills, functional knowledge, as well domain knowledge, which are required for that role to be discharged properly. Once we identify these competencies and provide learning, identify these competencies and provide training programs which are directed towards attainment of competencies, it leads to point number 5, wherein people perform in a better manner, understanding their role, procuring the competencies required for the role. It would lead to increased governance outcomes and better citizen centricity. And that kind of sums up the overall goal of the Mission Karmayogi as such. But I would also want you to look at some other points and keep it at the back of the mind. When we go through the presentation, you'd realize that the mission addresses all of these points in one way or the other. Point number 4, we have the iGot, or the online training platform, which provides for anytime, anywhere, and continuous learning at scale. When you look at point number 8, I'll touch upon it a little later when I talk about iGot, wherein we talk about creating competency records, which can be leveraged for point number 2, for putting the right person at the right job. So when I touch upon these aspects in the coming slides, we'll also refer to these points on this slide. So the institutional framework, the mission has been in place for about 5 years now. The cabinet had approved the mission. There are 2 major organizations which are kind of leading this mission. One is the Capacity Building Commission. The commission seeks to standardize various diverse things in the ecosystem, bring together collaboration, etc. We'll look at the commission's activities a bit more in detail in the slides to come. The second organization, which is part of the mission, is the special purpose vehicle called as Karmayogi Bharat. This is a 100% government-owned company, a Section 8 company, not-for-profit company, fully owned by Government of India. The special purpose of this company is to maintain and run the iGot platform being the integrated government online training platform. Let's look at the broad activities of the commission one by one. The Commission is undertaking a lot of activities, but I would like to touch upon three major pillars or the three major activities which the Commission is taking. The Commission has prepared capacity building plans for all the ministries and departments under Government of India. Now, certain other organizations under these ministries have also gone ahead and prepared their own capacity building plans. We'll talk about them a bit more in detail. The Commission has also created what is called as the National Standards for Civil Service Training Institutions. It tries to bring those minimum standards which each of the training institute must have, so that there is a proper standardization of training across the ecosystem. Last year, the Commission also launched the Karmayogi competency model, which tries to standardize the various competencies. If you recollect the previous slide, we said every role is associated with a set of competencies. So what the Commission has done is it has brought forth the competency dictionary, which tries to standardize the competencies across the board, which can be mapped to each of the roles. You can take a look at some of the screenshots on your screen. These are screenshots from the capacity building plans of some of the ministries and departments in Government of India. So how should a capacity building plan look like? It takes into account the entire ministry or organization, the various divisions, the ministry or department is divided into assessing the training needs of various roles that are part of these divisions. Every division would have its own training needs. For example, if you have Northeast Division under the Ministry of Home Affairs, it would have you have got multiple roles within that division. It will have its own unique training needs. There will also be certain common training programs which can be undertaken by all across the ministry. So a capacity building plan assesses the various training needs based on the roles. It kind of tries to summarize a blend of online and offline training which can be imparted. It creates a training calendar for the entire organization based on each division, based on each role. The granularity to which you want to devise a capacity building plan is left to the ministry or department or organization. It could be a very broad-based plan. It could also be very granular, wherein you go up to each individual and have a personalized training calendar. So the capacity building plan could be, as a ministry or a department, an organization, as granular as the organization decides to have it. It would be a blend of online training, offline training, immersion visits, etc. Learning pathways. It could be a blend of many things. So once the capacity building plan is put into place, now you just follow the training calendar and undergo the training as per the calendar prepared under the plan. The second major activity is the standardization of all the training institutes across the country. As I had summed it up in the first slide, there are more than 790 or 800 odd training institutes across the country, spread geographically, in the far and wide of the country. Now the training standards, the national standards, basically puts the training institute. It assesses or accredits the training institutes on 8 broad pillars. Now, I'm not going to read out all the pillars. It's just there on your slide. For example, let me take you to pillar called collaboration. There are wonderful training programs which are organized by, say, El Labasna in Missouri. But then similar programs are being organized by NPA also. Should they not be collaborating with each other rather than reinventing and redesigning these programs? So the Capacity Commission, Building Commission wants that every training institute should collaborate with each other, should collaborate with partners in the ecosystem who are outside a government also, bring the best training resources and share them across the board. So these are basic broad pillars. There is also a pillar of governance which talks about the basic minimum infrastructure which each training institute should have, so that we can impart the kind of training that is necessary for role-based training that is necessary. So once a training institute submits itself to the accreditation process, at the end of the process, they are assessed on where they stand on each of these pillars, and each training institute is awarded 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and 4 star. The maximum being the 5 star. Right now, we don't have a 5-star institute. We've got few institutes which have been accredited as 4 stars. And once they are accredited, there is a quality improvement plan which kind of guides them to improve on each of these pillars wherever they are lacking, so that they can improve their star rating in the during the next accreditation process. This not only standardizes the training across the ecosystem, but also provides for some aspirational moment for each of the training institutes. The third major activity of the Commission that I would like to touch upon is that the Commission has brought out what we call as a competency dictionary. We call it as the Karmayogi competency model. Broadly, there are behavioral competencies, functional competencies, and domain competencies, which would roughly translate into attitude, skills, and knowledge. So every role can be mapped to one or two or more of the competencies under behavioral, functional, and domain. Now, the domain competencies, the Commission has left it to the ministries and departments to devise on their own because it's purely domain knowledge and it would vary from within the ministry as well as outside the ministry, from organization to organization. But the standardization has happened for behavioral and functional competencies. Now, we want that all training programs are tagged to these competencies, all roles are tagged to these competencies, so that ultimately we manage to bridge the competency gap of each individual, each organization, so that there is better performance in the long run. That kind of would sum up some of the major activities of the Commission. Let's move to the special purpose vehicle, the Section 8 company, Karmayogi Bharat, which operates and maintains the iGOT platform, on which many of SAIL employees have also onboarded. Now, what does iGOT platform offer? Right now, this is a snapshot of the platform. We've got more than 1.3 crore government servants onboarded on this platform. They are from both central government, ministries, department, organizations, as well as state government employees over a period of last 2.5, 3 years. So with more than 1.3 crore people onto the platform, now iGOT platform is the largest government-led capacity building initiative in the world, because we've got those numbers on this platform. We've got more than 3,200 courses on the platform as of now, which are accessible to all who have been onboarded. So this, if you remember, one of the principles of Mission Karmayogi was democratizing learning resources. So these resources are available right from class 4 employee of a state government to the senior most functionary of any organization. So the learning is available to one and all to leverage and take. As compared to many of the other commercial platforms which also offer courses, our course completion rate is way higher. It comes to somewhere around 71%, which is way higher than any of the commercial platforms. The reason would be, one of the reasons is it's a very dedicated platform only for government servants. We post content which is only for government servants relevant to their role. So people leverage it accordingly and use it to bridge their knowledge gaps. When we are talking about anytime, anywhere learning, we also have an app which can be accessed not just through desktop or laptop, it could be accessed through your phone. Now, this 3,200 courses, where are they coming from? Now, we have partnered with multiple ecosystem partners, which are government institutions like railways, posts, various central CTIs, central training institutes, as well as the ATIs of state governments have also come and put courses on the platform. We have also got a lot of private institutions who have partnered with us. For example, Vadhwani Foundation has given us courses on artificial intelligence. Art of Living has given courses on stress management. We've got Microsoft, which has given courses on how we can use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. So a lot of courses coming in from both private as well as government partners. What kind of course? Each of these courses, which is on the platform, the 3,200 courses are tagged to the competency dictionary of the Capacity Building Commission. So we've got courses which address behavioral competencies like speaking effectively, stress management, etc. Courses like digital training on PowerPoint, Word, Excel would address the competency of digital knowledge. And we've got domain courses which have come purely from our government partners, which involves really core domain content required for government functioning. If I have to take you through what kind of activities has been happening on the platform in the past 2.5, 3 years, which are our top courses and who are taking them, the top courses are there. There are courses on POSH, which has been taken by most of central government employees, which is which is one of the mandatory courses or one of the recommended courses by DOPT. The DOPT wanted that everybody should be aware of certain set of core concepts in government. POSH would be one of them. Stay safe in cyberspace is also one such course which would be relevant for anybody and everybody across the government. I would like to draw your attention. Sir had mentioned in his address about the overall vision and aligning the government's organizational vision with the overall national priorities. There is a course on Viksit Bharat at point serial number 12. This has also been taken by a large number of government employees. This is also one course that we would recommend that every employee employed, be it class 4 to the senior leadership, should be taking some of these courses. So the top courses which have been consumed by both center and state put together, ministries, department, organizations, is for you to take a look. Initially, when the platform started, there were just about 150 odd courses, not much of a choice for a learner. But now we've got more than 3,200 courses. So there are courses available for different levels, in the sense senior leadership, middle level leadership, citizen facing people who are working in the field. Those Group C, Group D employees also. So there are a lot of courses which are available for everybody and anybody who can leverage the platform. So some of the recommended courses for senior leadership, which the organization SAIL may like to take a look at, are something like evidence in public policy, public-private partnership, generative AI for everyone, etc. These are all courses which the senior leadership could consider taking. There are courses which can be taken by the middle level functionaries, something like stress management, critical thinking, etc., which could be leveraged by the middle level functionaries in the organization. Now, there is a feature on the platform called My iGot. The entire focus of the mission is that it should be role-based learning. Every individual should have a personalized training plan, which the organization helps in identifying, and it issues to each of the person. A personalized training plan is created. The My iGot feature is nothing but a personalized training plan. Now, a training plan should ideally flow from the capacity building plan of the organization, from where you identify the training needs, and the online courses as part of the capacity building plan can flow into the My iGot of each of the learner who is onboarded on the platform. Given that the number of courses are increasing and it would be difficult for an organizational HR to go through 3,000 courses, in the days to come, there'll be 5,000 courses also on the platform. So we have also got an AI tool which would help the management as well as the learner to identify courses which are relevant to their position and role. Of course, if you can always take courses which are of your area of interest by searching for a sector, keywords, etc. But if you enter your key department designation, the iGot AI feature recommends this list of courses available on the platform, which are likely to be relevant to your particular role. So this feature could also be leveraged while the capacity building plan is being prepared, or while the My iGot is being operationalized for all the users. What we've done is we've partnered with various states as well as training institutes and come up with some curated programs on the platform. What are these curated programs? We have got a bouquet of courses already with us. We have selected a group of courses which could be relevant for a particular level of seniority. For example, the Dakshata curated program is our partnership with Labasna, the LBSNA Academy, wherein they have identified a set of 16 to 17 courses from the platform, and they are assigned to the new entrants or the phase 1 IAS trainees. Similarly, there is Dakshata for phase 3 mid-career training also. There is Dakshata for phase 4, phase 5. So this program is curated on the basis of the target audience, the seniority of the target audience. Similarly, Rajasthan government has come up with Pehel program, which is also a curated program of courses from iGot platform itself. And these courses are assigned to every new entrant into Rajasthan civil service. Now, there are curated programs which are also based on domain or sector specific. For example, Rajasthan again has a curated program for agriculture professionals. Recently, we launched a Fit India curated program. This program is purely dedicated to wellness, fitness, nutrition, which could be leveraged by any employee. And it kind of brings together under one icon all the set of courses that can be undertaken under that topic, selected for that topic. So there is a, if SAIL would want to have a curated program, it could be launched based on seniority, it could be launched based on certain topic, etc. So we could create these curated programs also on based on the existing courses of IGOT. This is one way of leveraging the IGOT ecosystem. What we are also doing is we are working with the training institutes to have blended learning programs, whereas there are a lot of training programs which are happening offline, of which some content is available online in IGOT, or some content could be created online and some modules could be put on IGOT. So those who are visiting, we kind of make a blended program with the help of the training institutes. So those who are, say, going for a 5-day training program on, say, women empowerment, they could undertake a set of courses on IGOT and then attend the offline training program in the training institute. So we are trying to picture with all captured in the digital passbook, competency passbook, which is maintained in the IGOT. To which these taken on the platform, those will also get reflected here. So this competency passbook could be one of the feeding factors for deciding, if there is a person who is kind of showing interest in courses on cyber security, various other factors. So competency passbook